Welcome, ladies and gentlemen, to Face to Face. My name is Nicole Kamwendo, and on this episode, I'll be having a conversation with Zahir, the full personality that is Zahir. We'll get to know him a bit intimate today, so buckle up. Let's get into it. Zahir, let's start with what has become arguably the most infamous, the most viral, some might say the most cringe, but I say the most funny introduction. Why are you gay?
Oh, that man.
Yes.
Actually, that guy that's doing, who was that meme. Funny enough, that meme came out like, what, 10 years ago?
Yeah, apparently it's been 10 years. It's crazy that it went viral
Yeah.
recently.
But now he's
Social
making
media.
deals on social media.
He's
I'm
in
like,
podcasts too now.
yeah, who do I need to get that? I'm just like, come on.
So, but on a more real note,
Why am I-
if you had to answer the question sincerely, your own words, what would you say?
I'd say blame God.
Ooh.
Yeah. Yeah. Ariana Grande, by the way. Or Beyonce, whichever you prefer. I don't know. For me, it's just more like I've actually thought about it several times in my head. I wondered, why was I born this way? Why am I like this? Sometimes I think it's from influence as a child, but to be honest, I don't think that it's something that was made. Somebody didn't force me to do this or whatever. Because in the words of Cher, why would anybody choose to be gay in the first place? Because like it's the most horrible thing.
Honestly, it's
to
so much
choose.
work.
Yeah, I'd be like, why would I want to go suffer? So, to be honest, I thought about it. I was like, oh, maybe I'm bisexual. Maybe I'm pansexual. Maybe I'm trans. I've really gone through the motions. But to be honest, I'm just a feminine gay man at the end of the day. I am he, she, they, them, whatever you want to call me, just call me, but pay me. But I believe that I'm a gay male that is feminine.
Okay.
And I've studied the entire alphabet, the rainbow alphabet, the rainbow mafia. I've studied
Le Batacroix.
the Le Batacroix. I have studied it. I've understood about who I am. But why am I gay? I don't know, to be honest. It's a very good question, but it's something that I can't answer. I just can just say that I'm just me. That's as best as I can say.
Okay, and that's as honest as it gets, really.
Yeah.
One thing about you, why I started the intro with saying you're such a personality, is because in a society, especially in Malawi,
Yeah.
where we prefer silence when it comes to issues that make people uncomfortable, and some could say that sexuality, not even some could say, we could definitely say sexuality makes people comfortable, the conversation makes people uncomfortable. What gave you the courage to decide to step into the light and just be your authentic self?
I think it was honesty. I'm a terrible liar, by the way. I can't hold a lie for God knows what. But to be honest, it was just honesty. My mom's always been a very honest person in our lives and has always taught us to be the bigger person. You know, somebody may be teasing you, somebody may be doing the worst thing to you, but you have to rise above it. And God knows that she's risen above a lot in her life. And that is sort of my inspiration for it. But at the same time, I do want to put some people in the face.
Yeah?
Yeah, yesterday I met a couple of people out. I just wanted to just punch him in the face.
Oh my goodness, what happened? Not just
No, some guy. I was buying food there by Blues outside, and he goes like this. He literally takes a cup, and then he does it like this, like trying to... You know when somebody spits in your face on the floor?
Yeah.
So then I got into him, and then his excuse... But I don't know if he was sincere. Maybe I just chose to believe him in that moment.
Yeah.
But like, I swear to God, he did that on purpose. And I was really itching. And the thing about me is that... Look at me revealing my secrets. But like, I'm just a person, like, you don't with me when it comes to like fighting or whatever, because like, I'm a fight or flight.
That's such a typical colored thing, I'm just gonna say. Such a typical colored thing.
We're the coloreds in Blantyre, aren't they? They in Chugumula over there. Yeah, it is a very typical colored thing. The reason why I think that is, by the way, psychologically, I think that coloreds have never been accepted in society. So their instinct is always to either show a sense of dominance or complete passiveness. So it's either that...
I'll hit you before you hit me first.
Yes.
Okay.
So it's either that you have to be the person that just takes whatever somebody's saying,
Yeah.
or you have to dominate because you have no backing behind you. Not even your own community will probably back you because they are also trying to in it for themselves.
Yeah.
So if they're in a black community where they can say the N word, they will have to be very careful about how they're gonna say that. If they're in a white community, they have to hold.
So they essentially really don't fit in.
They don't fit in nowhere,
anywhere.
so they have to hold a fork and knife in a specific way, just not to offend master.
Yeah. Yeah. That's a shame.
Yeah.
So, about your identity, would you say it's something that you claimed, you created, you discovered?
I think discover is the word because I think it was always there. It was more of a discovery because, like, as time went, I started to discover parts of myself that I did not actually understand. Like, most of my life has always been about femininity, but now I'm actually growing into my masculinity. Maybe this doesn't show. It's not a good representation of
the
that.
beard. It's the
beard, basically.
Yeah, it's the beard.
But the reason why I did the beard wasn't, well, one in two parts. The first part was like, I don't want people to keep calling me a girl because I have very feminine features.
Yeah.
But also at the same time, I was more like, what does this feel like? What does it feel like to have a beard or a mustache? You know what I mean?
Do you like it?
Oh, God, it's horrible.
Doesn't it itch? I've always wondered, doesn't
It
it like itch?
itches, and you get my cream, my chan. I'm like, oh, Jesus Christ. This is worse than a skin routine. God damn. Beards are horrible. And men be like, yeah, no, yeah, man, bro, yeah, bro.
Because
no,
they struggle. The
son.
struggle is what makes them men. They want to struggle.
No, struggling is not even masculine at all.
You think?
I think it's just, I think it's very, what's the word? It's just not
Victim mentality?
Yeah, it's victim
Martyr
mentality.
mentality?
Yeah, I think
like,
that
oh my
you're
God,
very,
look at me, I'm suffering.
Yeah, right? It's like, no, like, why do you want to suffer in silence? Just tell people my fucking beard sucks, because I feel like every time you communicate with somebody gives you a solution for it. Like, have you tried this? Have you tried that?
Well, which is one way to look at it. Speaking of appearance with your beard, the new feature, one of the videos you've done that I think got a lot of attention.
You've done your
negative.
homework.
I follow you. I watch your videos, Zahir. I love your content. And it's the fact that you do drag so well and you're so authentic about it. So many people in Malawi equate being a drag queen. First of all, do you consider yourself to be a drag queen?
Yeah, unfortunately, I'm the only drag queen in this country. But yeah.
Or maybe there's some drag princesses. I mean...
Well, they still have to catch up.
So a lot of people equate that directly with sexuality. Do you agree with that assumption?
No, I feel like drag is what everybody does. I feel like everybody that wakes up in the morning picks a persona that they want to do, in the wise words of RuPaul. I think everybody picks up a persona that they wake up with and who they want to represent to the world or themselves or whoever that they're trying to back up. And people be like, no, this is just clothes that I wear. No, you went to a shop. You could have gone to any other place and you could have picked whatever the hell you wanted. But you decided that you want to pick that t-shirt, that shorts, that jacket, because you don't want to be identified. You don't want to be picked out of a crowd. You want to blend in as a man that wears nothing but. There was this guy that I was actually the same question that you're talking about, I was talking with my friend, and everything else that he wore was so drab. It was so basic and mundane. But the one thing that he did that was shining was his watch. And a lot of men like to use watches because it says, I've got wealth.
Piece. Yeah.
You can come for me as a woman. You can ask me out, or I should be able to ask you out. You are literally putting on a statement. The difference with drag is that it's just a little bit more exaggerated. That's all. But if you...
And I guess because it's like a bit different, like it's a bit shocking. It's like a male is dressing up as a female, or a female is dressing up as a male. Like it seems
females
societal.
dress up as men all the time. You're all wearing pants and t-shirts.
Hey, who says pants are male or female? Kilts are skirts technically, and Scottish men wear skirts proudly.
Who says dresses are male or female anyway?
True, that's true. Oh, so then let me follow up with this question. What is drag to you? Is it art? Is it your form of expression?
Well, it's both. It's everything. It's rebellion against the Constitution for a freaking law. Do you know, quick side note, the law in Malawi is actually stupid. It says sodomy. It says sodomy, and they haven't changed it since colonialism.
And sodomy is such an extreme expression. Like, no.
No, but it's very specific.
Yeah.
In the law, I read it. I was like, but guys, this needs to change. Sodomy is the person that's supposed to go to jail is the sodomer. The reason why that is there is because it's supposed to be hand in hand with rape, according to the Bible.
Yeah, it is.
But there is no law. Like, to be honest, if I was convicted as a bottom, I can't go to jail because the law says I'm not allowed to go to jail.
Yeah.
But the top goes to jail.
Because technically you're a victim.
Yes. So it's stupid. And sorry, the question again about like identity. I feel like it's who you are as a person, what you express yourself as. Everybody's in drag. Black women that wear weaves, black women that want dreadlocks, white women that have extensions, white women that blonde. Apparently, white women do a lot to their hair. By the way, it's incredible.
Oh my word!
Nobody talks about that.
Nobody does, and they have a.
Everybody
dandruff.
is in drag. And the reason why I say this is because RuPaul did say that you're born naked and the rest is drag. But I thought about it and I said, you know what? It's actually true. Because there are times when my mom goes like, oh, Zahir, do I look pretty today? Am I wearing this? I'm like, Mom, you're a style icon to me. My mom's very pristine. And so is my dad. Very, very meticulous.
I think it's that generation.
My dad used to appear
very, very proud.
Very right,
of
very
their
proud
appearance.
of their appearance. My dad used to wear Pierre Jourdain. I was like, I don't know how he got it in Malawi. I was rich, then got broke. I did not taste that well.
Again, something about that generation. Story for another day.
So like he used to. There were days where he knew because he was a transporter.
Okay.
There were days where when he was going to the workshop, he had to wear a specific type of clothing because he's going to touch trucks.
Yeah.
Then when he would go to like let's say clients and etc., full ass suit, even cufflinks. And like I still have his cufflinks. Same thing with my mom. When she goes to church, she has her best shoes.
Yeah.
She has her best bag. She's got
Sunday
a whole,
best.
She's got a whole wardrobe full of bags.
Just
and I
for
stole
church.
this one because, like, Mom, these bags are sitting and collecting dust. I need one of those bags. So for me, it is who you are and what you want to give to the world. You are telling people this is the person that I want. If I wanted, I could have cut my hair. I could have looked like a fuckboy. Put my beard
and you
on.
would have nailed it, to be honest. Just saying.
Yes.
You would have had a lot of people confused.
I did confuse a lot of people in my teens. I will say that.
Let's not get into those stories.
One day.
One day, absolutely. So, since I like how you've put it to say that we are born in I need it's a RuPaul line, but I like that statement in and of itself because it's very accurate.
Yeah.
So, would you say that the fine line between expression and survival, when you've put yourself out there, are you hoping to be seen?
No, actually, that's a very...
Yeah, because like some would say that the other thing about drag is you want attention. It's like you're doing it for the sake of attention.
No, we're not doing it for attention. We're actually doing it for survival. Because to be honest, the whole reason why we do that is because we're so depressed with the world telling us who we are.
Okay.
And then you have that one moment to actually show the world who you really are. And then the world is like, oh, yeah, I'm jealous of you, but I'm going to put this in actual different context to say that you're looking for attention. No, it is so simple. I don't know why we struggle so hard to look at each other and just be like, I know exactly what you're saying. I know exactly what you're thinking. We're human. Every mother tucker on this planet is going through the same experience. Whether it be you're in extreme poverty or extreme wealth, we're all going through the same experience. It may be just adjusted to a certain degree because no matter a rich person will be like, yeah, I don't understand why rich people don't just work. No, motherfucker, you know. You are just too guilty to say to people that I have everything and I'm scared to actually go to the fact that you actually have to work 10 times harder as what I do. And I am guilty at the fact that I have no actual talent that I can present to the world and nobody wants to actually get there.
Which is such a very interesting dynamic. I don't know why that's always the case. Like more money, less talent, more talent, less money. I don't understand that.
No. Everybody has talent. Everybody in this motherfucking planet has talent. You have it. It is in the palm of your hand. The only difference is what you want to do with it on this planet. And identity. So the other time I was thinking, I had a job. I had real good jobs. I was working in an office. I was typing my boots down. I used to wear suits to work.
9 to 5, like a regular
9 to 5. I was doing it well. The thing about it is that I got severely depressed. And I would tell you something right now. If even with the event that I had last night,
Yeah.
if I wasn't okay in the head to say that I'm passionate about what I'm doing, I wouldn't have made it today, this morning. Sorry, not tonight. But like, I wouldn't have made it this morning. You want to know why I made it this morning, despite everything that's going on in my life? It's because I actually have respect for you. I have respect for everybody else. And I have respect for myself to say that I'm going to come there and I'm going to show who I am. Doesn't
It's
matter.
a form of discipline, you know.
Yes, oh Jesus, it takes years.
Ugh.
And you may call it attention seeking, but it isn't. It is just literally being open. And the reason why people think it's a threat is because they're scared that they are being watched. A good example of this is like, I remember, so I've gone through drugs. I did drug abuse, etc. There was a time where I had a mental breakdown at work and I lost my job. But funny enough, I was so good at my job and I was so good at showing up that he said, I'm not going to fire you.
Okay.
I'm actually just going to end our contract and I'm still going to pay you.
Okay.
That's how good I was. And in my head, I was thinking...
And also that's how it speaks to your relationship.
Yeah, my relationship
skills.
with my boss. And then after that, I thought that I was in the Truman Show. Have you ever watched the Truman Show?
Yes, I have.
I thought everybody was
Yes, I
talking
have.
about me. I thought that they were watching me. I thought there was cameras in my room.
And that everyone is thinking about you with malice and planning things out for your life. Yeah.
So when somebody comes to you and speaks real to you and somehow is transparent, it's not because they know what's going on in your life. It's because they can relate to what you're going through.
Yeah.
And that's the moment that I feel like everybody has, is the Truman Show moment.
Okay.
And then you know what happens? They go back into their shell. They go back into their shell and they try and do this thing where they're like, I don't know what you're talking about.
Yeah.
And you know what they release? They release the ego. They release the person that, the selfish person that starts to say very terrible things that doesn't really exist in their real personality. And I think
Wow.
that's- yeah.
Okay. That got deep. That got really deep really quickly. But you mentioned earlier that if you were in the States, you'd have been
Oh God, no! I can go to the States even if I wanted
No.
to.
But what my statement was, you mentioned that you'd have been more successful as Zahir than as Miss Grande. So,
Oh yeah.
who is your authentic self, Zahir
Both.
or Miss Grande?
Both. Miss Grande shows up with the fabulousness. Like Zahir is just boring as hell. But like,
Would you say Miss Grande is more like your alter ego?
more like the Mariah Carey of me.
Yeah. Which version of you makes you more happy?
Both.
Okay.
Like before, I did Miss Grande because I wanted to show people that, oh, I'm fabulous. But to be honest, it's more like a work thing now. But like, I really enjoy the fabulosity. But at some point, I'm just like, I want to go sleep.
Yeah.
So Miss Grande is a person that I love to express to the world of that fabulosity.
Okay.
But very detached. Very like... I don't know if she sang. I thought she just rapped. I didn't know that she sings, but okay. You know, very Mariah Carey. It's the best way I can describe it. But like Zahir, to be honest, is more of a work in progress.
Okay.
To get to discover myself and to actually show people who I am,
Okay.
it is really a real long process that even till today, a lot of people still need to get to know who I am. But Miss Grande, you know what you're getting.
Okay. So when you wake up in the morning, do you actually have that conversation? Do I want to be Miss Grande today or do I want to be Zahir today?
Oh, sometimes.
Or is it like, okay, Zahir and then you switch on the Miss Grande when you need to?
If I have time, if I'm bored, if
Yeah?
I'm on holiday, Miss Grande comes on anytime.
Okay.
But like if I'm working, most of the times it's Zahir. Zahir has to work. I remember I did an interview with DW and they were like, what's the difference? And I said, Zahir's the one that keeps the lights on. Zahir's the one
Yeah.
that works. Zahir
Yeah.
comes to the podcast and talks and all that stuff. Miss Grande is there to show up and make everything fabulous. But like, I'm here to work.
Yeah.
I'm here to do my thing and go home.
And buy the makeup for Miss Grande.
It's basic makeup. By the
But you
way.
make it look so fabulous though.
Oh, I hope so because like
You
I'm
should like do like makeup tutorials.
no, why?
And for drag. It's a thing.
Oh no, there's enough drag queens telling us how to do makeup.
Not Malawian, not African. That's an angle.
There's not even South African drag queens doing that, right?
There are, but they're like not.
Oh, no, there's two.
Is it
Well, there's a few.
Mugellings? I hope I'm pronouncing it.
Do you watch Tiara Sky?
No, I don't.
Ooh.
Actually, I do not watch
She just
TV
goes in
as
the
much
streets
as
and
I
just goes
should.
like, "I'm streetwalker, streetwalker, something talker, Tiara Sky. Just like, oh my
That's
God,
extreme.
this woman. Very extreme. Just goes in people's faces.
Because not everybody likes being put on the spot like that.
I wish I could do that to people.
I don't have that kind of confidence.
Same.
I'm always afraid.
I
Like,
can't
what
go in
if
the
they
street.
throw something in your face?
Be like, gotta pay for this Huda beauty. Girl, no. What if it's Fenty? I'd be like, that's a whole $1 gone.
Charms, it's a whole thing. It's a whole thing. You mentioned your mom earlier.
Yeah.
Which is, I think, an aspect of sexuality that African people struggle with.
Yeah.
I will personally say it took me a while to feel comfortable telling my father that I have a relationship, that I'm in it. Till now, I feel like it's taboo. Like, he knows when I'm dating someone because all of a sudden I'm very scarce.
Yeah.
And he has an idea, and I'll be like, oh, so my partner. And he'll be like, okay, when you're ready.
I love how you say partner, though.
Yeah, because I don't know.
Just be like, my husband.
Yes, the day will come. The day will come. Who knows?
Yeah.
How does your family feel about you being so open and honest with your sexuality? Was there any, like,
Oh, God.
pushback?
There was. I remember one time.
Your own family?
Yeah, I didn't think that they would, but the story gets better. So I said, that was the moment it clicked. So I started to try and save up so that I
Okay.
can leave, so I can go to South Africa.
Okay.
And actually, it was my sister. She had a boyfriend at the time. The boyfriend he gave me $300. It was like, go to SA. I lied. I said I wanted to go to Zambia for a holiday because I was in college.
Okay.
So I was like on holiday. I was like, I want to go to Zambia. And I lied. I said to my mom the night before, after I bought my ticket, I was like, it's ready. I'm ready to go.
Okay.
I said, Mom, I'm not coming back. She cried. She cried the house down
course.
boots. I didn't tell her I was gay that time. In fact, I never actually came out to my family. But
That was going to be my question. Like,
yeah.
did you ever come out, or they just figured it out?
No. Again, I was so depressed.
I can imagine.
Oh, child.
Because your family is like your
I
first
tried to kill myself
support
3 times,
circle.
but I say that.
Bless.
It was like, God's not ready. He says, you're still gay. But anyway, I went to Zambia. The reason I went to Zambia is there was a girl that I kind of loved since I was 4 years old.
Okay.
And I said, maybe let me just try and be
Yeah.
straight one more time.
Yeah,
I confessed.
yeah.
She said, no. I was like, hey, guess I'm gay. I'm going to go. Went to Joburg. Lived with my...
Was that your gay awakening moment?
No, not really. I had a lot of stuff in Grande, Malawi. So many down low men. Jesus Christ.
I'm sorry.
Girl.
I'm sorry for the triggers.
No, there's so much going on. My first gay relationship was online. It was on Kick. Kick was before Grindr, actually.
Ooh.
some
Was
Irish-
Kick like the MySpace of the time?
Yeah, kind of like the gay MySpace.
Okay.
So you would have like a relationship
Have I
online.
just revealed how old I am?
No. Kids, MySpace was the original TikTok before TikTok was a thing.
Oh my goodness, MySpace was everything. Anyways.
So I went to SA, and then I lived with my sister for a bit. She was the one that said, like, are you gay? She was like, I said, no, I denied it. But then again, I was going out with guys. So like, what was she supposed to do? I was
Hey,
like,
besties.
oh my God.
Like, I've got so many male best
Yeah.
friends.
And slowly by slowly, then I moved out. I lived alone. And then I was trying to make it as an actor in SA and a fashion designer. I actually went to fashion school.
Okay.
My fashion
Well,
career,
that explains quite a fair bit about you, actually.
yeah, my fashion career was going very well in SA. Here, there's no freaking business. I fucking hate all the designers in this country.
It's coming up slowly.
No, I hate all the
Slowly.
designers. They're full of, they're self-absorbed and all that stuff. There's only 3 designers I love. It's Dolphin Designs,
Okay.
it's Terry Made,
Okay.
and Googie.
Okay.
Oh wait, no, and also I forgot her name, but she makes these really raggedy clothes, like ripped up. I love it. It's like streetwear.
Zanji?
Zanji.
Yeah.
Love Zanji.
Yeah,
I've got
I
like
love
2 of her
Zanji too.
pieces.
Yeah, same. I love her.
Anyway, what happened for people to accept me and my family was really my breakdown as going through drugs and stuff.
Okay.
But I never did drugs.
Was the drug episode while you were still living in South Africa?
Yeah, but it happened during COVID. That's when it hit hard.
Okay.
Because
You're
my
isolated
job,
even.
yeah,
Okay.
my job was dependent on me being there, and we weren't getting paid because COVID. So that's when I was like, I can't go home. What's gonna happen? I'm gonna be homeless. There's no one who's gonna take me home. That's when I went into drugs.
Okay.
But like it was the COVID that I really went into drugs, like proper.
I can imagine, because it's like you're already feeling isolated by who you are as a person, and then the world has isolated you because there's a scary ass disease going on around. I can only imagine.
Yeah.
How did you cope?
I don't know. I really don't know. Work couldn't pay as much as it was supposed to. I was earning a nice penny at work.
Okay.
Couldn't pay as much, so I had to move out. I had to go. I had my own apartment. I was doing well, and I had to move into a room, which sucked so much.
Like the change in lifestyle, going from living soft and then into
No, but where I moved in was fine. He was
Okay.
he was a German man, very old. He used to have he had a whole fridge of beer.
okay.
He had
To a
two
cop out fitting in with
fridges.
the stereotype.
He had one fridge of just beer and another one for food. It was insane. But I lived in his room. It was 10 times cheaper. It was nice. It was great. But
Was he accepting of who you were?
he didn't care.
Okay. I
but-
mean, if he had a fridge full of beer.
Yeah, I mean, this guy lived through World War II, so pretty
Yeah,
much okay.
he's probably seen worse. Probably indulged in a few things
I think he
himself.
was actually Polish because I remember on the wall, on the steps that to the rooms, he actually had a picture that actually showed Warsaw or one of the Polish places that was
Is
just
it?
bombed. It was incredible. It was one of the most weirdest and scariest things I've ever seen. So he said that he lived through that war, but he passed away like 2 years ago.
Oh, may he rest in peace. Shame.
But like, yeah, so COVID happened. My sister got me out and she brought me back to Malawi. So I think maybe that's what my family was like. He's gonna die, because I was very close to dying actually through the drug use.
shame.
So I guess I don't know for sure, but I think that's what they were like. I guess it's not worth hating him or not talking to him because of his sexuality. But even the journey, because I got back home 4 years ago to Malawi, even the journey of them accepting me.
Yeah.
I remember one time my mom's so shady and she goes like, "Oh, why are you gay?" Right?
I mean,
I remember one time I was doing a drag show and I was like, she gave me a side eye and I was like, "Mom, you know, this still gets me money." She looks up and down. She goes like, "One day you learn how to make real money."
whoa. Oh, your mom is shady. I like her. I like her.
She wasn't trying to be. She's honestly a sweet person, but she was. But
She's
then-
just
but then
shady. The
it's
shade is
just-
there.
No, because my grandmother is actually half German, half Irish. So
Okay.
Like-
Sarcasm is in the blood.
no, just insults. You look ugly. That's it.
Oh.
Yeah.
No sugarcoating it in any kind of way.
No sugar coating. It's in our
Oh.
blood.
But when you came back, how was it with your brother then? Because it sounds like he would have been the biggest pole of resistance. How did that go?
You know, funny enough, I think he's just tired. But funny enough, he's actually quite accepting. I thought he
Okay.
would have been I thought he would have been the biggest resistance. But we're good.
Okay.
We're perfectly fine, which is incredible, which I never thought would happen. But like, I'm happy that our relationship is in a good space.
That's lovely. So then on the other side of it, because I'm glad that your family's supporting and you've got that system now
I'm
around
very,
you.
I'm very rare.
Yeah,
like, not a
that
lot
is
of people have it,
extremely
yeah.
rare, especially in Malawi. So, what about the streets? Like, do you feel comfortable in
No,
the
of
streets? Do you feel
course not.
safe?
No.
What's that experience like? Because I think that's the side of this that we don't really look at, because there's always so much anger, so much vitriol. People saying all these things and they don't look at it on the other side, but it's a human being that you're saying this about.
Yeah.
What's that experience like for you?
So it's a misguided anger. People in the city have got too much going on. I think they're stressed. They don't get paid enough. Don't even want to go into politics about that. But in the villages, I remember one time I was doing a tour for, Lazarus.
Yes.
Yeah. And we went to his village. It was so far away. We went to his village. And I remember one time I was busy because I'm part of crew.
Okay.
There was a girl. She was like, "Hey, kumande, ndongolaruyo ngadikazi." So I was like, yeah, I am.
Did she know you could understand Jijewa? Or is it one of
No,
those,
she couldn't.
I'm saying a snide remark,
Yeah,
hoping
she-
he does. Oh, I love
No,
it when
but-
that happens.
Call them out for that
Oh,
bullshit.
it's just so juicy when that happens. Like,
Like, what did you say?
Damva.
Damva. So I said, yeah. And she goes like, no, ni mangu nena kuti mulungu anakusala ndi maluko kongola. She said, Chichewa. And that for me was a clicking moment. I was like, if true Malawians that live in villages talk like this,
Yeah.
then clearly there's something wrong in the cities. Because every time I go to a village, I never get discriminatory voices. I just get curious.
Yeah.
Like, how does a
Yeah.
man look so beautiful like a
Yes.
woman? By the way, this is not my words. This is a bit that
No, because
people-
you could say that your looks are androgynous. You have very androgynous looks.
Yeah, very. So my thing is just like, it's just in the city. People are angry, and to their detriment. I understand that that's just how it is.
Yeah.
It's sad that they have to take it out on a minority, because they don't only take it out on gay people. They take it out on women. They take it out on everybody else. So it's very sad to actually see that people don't have a proper outlet, or don't have the right means to actually express their anger.
That's a shame, though. That's a crying shame. So earlier on, we kind of glazed, not really glazed, but we kind of like skipped over the legality of everything.
Yeah.
So what's it like living your truth in a country that so blatantly and unapologetically criminalizes it?
I feel like the government is cowardice, very
Is it?
cowardice, because they're willing to do so much. You know what? I could go into it. We can talk about it later. But like, they're willing to do so many other things for so many other things. When it comes to money, I feel like they don't have a sense of responsibility to the actual people of Malawi.
Yeah.
There are too many gay people. You know,
Because one could say like it goes against your right to exist.
no, it is. It's like, they say it's not a thing that exists with God, but I kind of feel like then God is a goddamn comedian if that's the case. Because look at all the shit that he like.
Make it make sense. We can't pick and choose what's okay.
Yeah, you know what? People are like, oh no, this isn't God's will. I'm like, which God? Are you talking about Jesus, the guy with the curly hair that lives in Israel?
Lived up.
No, Africans really need to stop this Jesus Christ thing. It's not even Islam. You know, Africans really need to find their real, actual culture, their real religion. You know, maybe coming from me, it sounds very muted in people's heads. I can understand that coming from me, it looks muted.
Okay.
But Africans are spiritual, just like Asians. We live in ancestors. We believe in several gods. We believe in... there is a balance to everything.
Yeah.
We believe in the soil. We believe in the things that exist on our continent, on our plane, this existence.
And we also do believe in, I guess, the two planes, the ancestral plane and the physical plane, and that the one feeds into the other.
It does. It really does. The energy you have here will feed into the energy that you live after your death. Why are we so adamant on this guy that wears sandals? Why?
I'm glad you've brought that in, because I think for most Africans traditionally, when we're raised with the religion of our parents. You know, our parents take us to church, our parents take us to mosque, or we go to temple. What is your faith now, having had the experiences you've had? Because you've lived life.
I was born Muslim, I was Catholic, I was Pentecostal. You know, I might as well be a Buddhist now. Shave my hair and be a Buddhist.
Might as well. The look might actually suit you.
I'll show you a picture. But like, my thing is just like, no. Religion is done there to control. It came from colonialism. We know that. We
closed our eyes to pray, and they took our resources.
The Italians took it from the Jewish people. They made it a thing. And then the English were actually pagans, by the way. And then the English took it. They're like, yeah, we're going to make a church too. Let's use this. The reason why, till this day, it affects Africans is because Africans are deeply spiritual people.
We are.
Deeply.
We are.
And they've manipulated the God that we actually serve to look like a white person that has got blonde hair and blue eyes and wears sandals. They've manipulated the true power that Africans use to pray every day, to use it against themselves. And that is the truth. And Africans, the reason why Africa is afloat right now is simply prayer. Sometimes I wonder, I go like, how am I such a lucky person? You know, sometimes I get punched in the face. Thank God I haven't been stabbed. But like, I have gone through the most. There's a lot of shit that I've gone through. But I often wonder, how is it that I'm still, you know?
So would you say that you're agnostic in the sense that you do believe?
What does that mean? Who is
that? So agnostics are people who believe there is a God.
No, I'm
but
spiritual.
They do not go in, they do not box themselves into any religion whatsoever.
I would actually go to church. I really would. If it wasn't so judgmental. if it didn't rely too much on, I think it's a cop out, honestly. I feel like it's really a cop out when people go like, yeah, but you're not supposed to be this because God says. Yeah, can you put him here so that we can talk together? And be like, God, did you say that for real? Yeah. No, but honestly, do not cop out.
So you're not an atheist. You do believe that there is a higher
yeah,
power.
because there's too many coincidences in my life for me to be like, there's
times?
no God. 3 times.
Sent you back each time. Go.
He said, nope, you're still gay.
And you will live through it.
Why are you gay? Yeah.
Hey, so that you can be that champion for others.
Yeah, apparently I have to be straight now. God damn it. Oh, God.
It says who?
Yeah, God apparently, because I'm not in heaven yet.
Seems when we go upstairs and it's just like,
Yeah.
we don't have private parts. What then?
Yeah, what? I love sex, by the way. What are we gonna do without sex? Why? Okay,
We
but
won't
also,
have any-
why
I
are we
don't
waiting
think-
for
I don't think we'll have
virgins
private
and?
parts.
Why are we? Actually, I feel like there is a scripture there that says that we're gonna have a feast, right? On a
Yes.
table. That I feel like.
Well, I
that-
feel like the table is translation. I think it was kind of lost in translation. That's the other thing.
I feel like
again,
that's
with
glut-
different scriptures, it's
Yeah.
translated so many different times.
ways. But doesn't that feel gluttonous to you? Isn't that a sin as well? It's one of the seven deadly
Because apparently
sins.
we love food. Eating is
What?
one of the first pleasures.
Have you
in
watched
life.
Adventure Time?
No, actually, I have not. I'm
You should
very
watch Adventure
vanilla.
Time. There's this part where Jake and Finn die, the main characters, and they actually have 7 levels of the afterlife. They don't
Okay.
call it heaven or hell.
It's just the afterlife.
The afterlife. So every layer depends on your mood. And then there's Jake, who's just in this trance of singing, because Jake don't give a. He's like, man. He's like a pot smoker vibes. He doesn't care. He's just he's there. But he
Are you with Jake?
No, yeah, when I die, I'll definitely be Jake. But I feel like with all of my problems, I'll probably be like scouring through all the layers.
Oh, wow.
But Finn goes and gets him. But when Finn sees him, he goes like, oh, I can't disturb his peace.
He looks so happy.
He looks so happy.
Yeah.
But then Jake sees him and then they come back to life.
Because Jake sees what he wants, which is friendship, maybe. Some could say companionship is
Yeah.
what it is at the essence of it all.
But that is the earthly thing. The earthly thing is that you want to live that life.
Yeah.
You want to experience life. Jake could have stayed there, in heaven.
But I think that's the other thing that we fail to understand as well, in some extent. It's like, or not fail to understand, it's in our subconscious that our experiences aren't the same if we're not experiencing them with other people.
Yeah. No, but no.
We need a witness.
Yeah. Sometimes I feel people are like, why do serial killers kill? Oh my God, so bad. As much as sometimes we're blinded by emotion too much. We often forget that when humans do humanly crazy, it is because something has gone wrong in their life.
You better not be excusing serial killers right now.
Sorry.
Your next statement is to be very, very clear,
They
because
deserve
you
the
are
chair.
on a thank you. You're on a very thin line right there, because it sounded like.
Okay, no, I'm not excusing them, but I feel like unfortunately I have noticed that some of them it's there's nothing else you can do. Hey, it's over for them. It's clicked. There's no repentance for them.
I mean, the first person you'd be like, okay, fine.
There's no repentance for them because it's gone. Like the mental
They've lost their
thing,
humanity.
Yeah, it's gone. Because they know that what they've done is going to put them in a ditch regardless. So they are going to continue on regardless. It doesn't matter. There is no repentance for them. There's the threshold of when somebody is like copped you out and you have to apologize.
Yeah.
Mango leader.
Yeah.
Yeah. That threshold is gone.
Yeah, I agree.
But you have to still, who's the bigger person? You have to still give them humanity.
It comes back
Doesn't
to
fucking
that earlier point of discipline.
Yes. It doesn't matter what they have done. It doesn't matter. The moment you also reach that threshold, you become what? The villain.
That's true.
That
is true.
What do comics do? This whole thing of like, you live long enough to become your own villain?
Well, that was Two-Face in Batman who said that you either die a hero or live long enough to become the villain.
Exactly. So, girl, you know Batman?
DC, Marvel, I'm deep in
Did you watch Superman? I watched the shitty
I haven't
version.
watched it. No, I'm waiting, please.
Should I spoil it for
Let's
you?
get you know what? Let's get back into this. We'll chat later. But speaking of being online and the things that we see, you are very active online. You're a
Yeah.
very active personality online.
Am I?
You kind of are. You kind of are. I don't, maybe whether you know it or not, but you kind of are. What is the worst comment that you've ever read?
I remember one time I did the interview for DW. They said some very nasty things. I got like 400
On the
comments.
interview?
No. That was 4 years ago.
Okay.
DW was talking about my experience as being a gay person and a drag queen in Malawi. Oh, I got nasty. I got 400 nasty comments. But you know what's funny is
How
that
do you process that?
I don't
Okay.
bother.
Okay.
So in the moment, I get heated. But then I go back. I don't reply immediately because in that moment, I'm like, but then I'm just like, why do I give a
Yeah.
When I say a nasty thing online,
Yeah.
I'm just literally scratching my nose. I
Like,
don't give a
okay.
I think this person that is commenting doesn't really care. They've had a bad day.
Yeah.
They saw something they don't like, and they've decided to take it out on me. However, I do try my best when I get bad comments, because I don't get, you know what's funny is I don't get bad comments anymore.
Is it?
No. I'm just like, where are the bad people?
Is it because, do you think it's to some extent like there's been so much negativity and it hasn't phased you in any sort of way, and it's like, okay, he's not going to change, so we might as well
Yeah,
stop?
but like, you know what's funny is that I don't get bad comments at all online, but I know for a fact that people talk shit about me.
Oh, I was going to get into that because, fun fact, the perception is either Zahir is an attention seeker or Zahir is extremely brave.
None of those things. I just wake up in the morning and do what I gotta do. Honest to God.
Yeah?
I just wake up and I do. But attention seeking, yes, maybe. I'm a Gemini. But let me tell you why. I'm actually going through a 60-day program with my therapy thing. Why I do attention seeking is because I grew up in a space where I was not a difficult child.
Okay.
So I was always given attention because, you know, difficult children don't get attention.
They say the squeaky wheel is the one that gets oiled.
Yes.
It's a proverb. Look it up. It's a proverb.
God, I'm going to keep that one.
It's a proverb.
I wasn't a difficult child. So I got a lot of attention. What happened? You know the child that doesn't make noise.
I was that child.
Yes. So what happened is that when I didn't get attention, I thought I was doing something wrong.
Okay.
Until this day, still. It's like I'm doing something wrong. Oh, they're not looking at me the right way. Did I do something wrong? Oh, shit. Then I over-exaggerate. Like, hey, are you okay? Hey, do you need something? Then I overdo things.
Okay.
But then now I've realized it's none of my business.
That's true.
Really, it really is none of my business.
Sounds like a them problem.
It's your problem. Because I think I do above and beyond to actually make people feel comfortable. I think I've done enough in my life, and I'm tired. I'm really tired.
It's your time to shine.
Netflix.
Spotlight on you.
Yes, please. Can we get those a little bit more?
I know. Have you ever thought about just leaving Malawi just so you
Oh
can
no,
breathe
I've done. Look, I
easier?
went to SA. I've done it before. It's fine. Funny enough,
You're never gonna leave permanently. This is home no matter what.
No. What I want to do is, this is my home.
Okay.
I'm gonna die here. Unfortunately, you'll find my bones in the dusty city of Lilongwe.
Who knows?
Anyway.
You might be found at the bottom of the lake. No, I'm not.
No, I want to be burnt. Can I tell you what I'm gonna do when I die?
Yeah.
When I die, tell this everyone. You are going to drink at my funeral.
That'll be lovely.
You drink, you eat. If I die in the next year or two, you are coming to I don't care. You're going to knock and say, Zahir said we're coming to drink.
Yeah.
You're going to drink at my funeral. You're going to eat samosas by my mom. You're going to eat. You're going to have fun. You're going to celebrate. You're going to cry.
Of
and
course.
then you're going to burn me. And then you're going to take me to Table Mountain. And then you're going to go to peak season. Yeah, peak season, tourist
Can you leave
season.
just like a fund on the side? So that we
Yeah,
can do
no,
all
don't
these
worry, I
things?
shall.
Just like have like a little account number that activates.
Yes.
Because if someone sat across from you
Yeah.
who completely disapproved of your lifestyle, what would you say to them? And one of those people, and I'm pretty sure you've met one or two of them,
Oh,
who are like
yes.
so stoic.
Yeah.
And like, why are you don't do that? Ew. What would you say to them?
Well, I used to like to argue with them and say, but why do you care? I'm just like, oh, okay, good for you. I just say, nowadays,
Yeah?
I hope you find peace because you really have a lot going on for you. You know, when I attack someone, I actually go home and I feel guilty. I go like, why did I do that? But then it depends. If you really deserved it, and say I said what I said. Like recently I was texting my high school bully / friend. I didn't know he was
How
gay.
did your high school bully become your friend? My high school bully
No,
tried
he
to be
was
my
my friend,
and
but
I
he
was
was
like,
also my
"Ugh."
bully at the same time. And you know what's funny is that his he doesn't know how to have good it's so
Is he
bad.
a top?
It's so bad.
Is he a
He's
top?
but it's so bad.
Is it just he just doesn't understand the mechanics of what he's doing?
You know what happens?
Oh my God.
Shame, I'm actually gonna. You know what? I'm gonna expose all these mother tuckers. They need to be exposed. He knows who he is. I'm not gonna say his name, but like,
Don't out anybody.
It gets hard, and then we try to put it in. It gets soft,
Ooh, that's a lot to unpack.
and then he says, "I want you in lingerie." By the way, when I have SEGGS. I like to do it as me as a thing, but they always want me in like lingerie or
They want Miss
they want
Grande.
lingerie. But I'm just like, do you know how uncomfortable that is?
We know we should actually talk about the mechanics of lingerie one day.
It is. I
It's
don't.
not
Okay,
easy.
not to say it's a bad thing or whatever, but like, you know, having SGSS in weird clothes or like sexy clothes, it is so
And why is it-
uncomfortable.
Why is it always the receiver that has to be dressing up and wearing all these straps and everything?
Why?
Why isn't the giver also strapped up too? Let's suffer together.
Yeah, you really gotta be into it if you want to do that. But anyway, back to the point.
What would you
back
say?
to the matter at hand. I used to like to argue a lot. I used to be like, but why do you... No, just like, hey, I say, do your thing. Do what you gotta do. Because why am I wasting my time? But when I get passionate is when I don't like it when they attack other people.
Yeah.
I remember I was at Illusions. And the guy, I was actually in full makeup in like drag vibes. There was another guy that was actually in like a trench coat. He
Okay.
was wearing a trench coat.
Okay.
And a suit inside. And they were like, no, you need to take the trench coat out because it's giving women. I was like, it's fashion. It's a
trench
it's
coat?
a trench coat.
A trench, like, what was it like I don't know. But
No,
it's just
it was
a trench coat.
coat. But it was beautiful. It was a beautiful trench coat.
Maybe it was a
And I
coat,
said,
I don't know.
whoa, so are you going to kick me out as well because I'm in makeup as well? What the hell? Can you just leave him alone? No, we don't have policy. Blah, 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 blah. I was like, you know what? Guys, your homophobia doesn't make sense because you're still having sex with guys anyway.
On the low.
On the low.
On the low, apparently. Okay, so we have a 60-second rapid fire.
Yeah.
We're going to call this strut or stay silent. And you just
Okay.
1 minute.
Yeah.
We're starting.
All right, cool.
All right, 10 questions.
Yes.
Let's get it. First question, heels or sneakers?
Heels.
Lipstick color of the week?
Red. Ooh, like a Elizabeth Arden red.
Like a cherry red.
Ooh, no, like that Mermelot red.
Oh,
Yeah.
okay. Good, me wasting time. Most annoying stereotype?
Oh, God, straight men.
Saw that coming. What is your secret power?
Oh, gift of gab.
Clearly. One thing drag has taught you.
Have fun.
Okay. Would you ever tone it down?
Never. In the words of electricity. What did you do? I don't.
I love him so much. What is your safe place?
Oh, my bed. I love my bed.
Okay.
Oh, and Desperate Housewives right now.
Oh. One law that you'd rewrite?
The freaking
Of course.
colonial law.
I guess sort of
Jeez.
be.
Oh, and also women should do whatever they want.
With their bodies. Amen. Have you ever been in love?
Yeah, I still love him.
Oh. Who would you play in a movie?
Oh, I thought Billy Porter, but I'm not black enough.
Do you have the drama that Billy Porter brings?
Yes, God!
Can you do a Billy Porter?
Jose! What did he do at the Grammys? Jose! Yeah.
A biopic. Okay, those are the 10 questions.
Or Georges, who's on RuPaul's Drag Race.
Clearly, anyone in drag.
Or
that you
no,
love so
or
much.
just some, you know what? Hold on, or just a Mexican drug dealer.
Oh, are you gonna do a thing right now? You're about to do a thing?
Yeah, I'm gonna do a thing. 1 second. Hey, what's it?
Oh,
¿Qué pasó?
I see it. Yeah, I see it.
Sorry, I had to.
Oh my God, I love it. I love
Last
it.
one.
Zahir, thank you so much for
Thank
your
you.
energy, your authenticity. I just love it.
I thank you so much.
And I love how unapologetic you are about being yourself.
It's called delusion.
You know what?
Get it now.
We basically live deluded for the entirety of our lives because the moment we're born, we're dying.
What else do we do?
Yeah, we're born to die. Well, ladies and gentlemen, in a country where people try to be so many different versions of themselves, Zahir has chosen to show up unapologetically and authentically himself. You can choose to be you. It's entirely up to you. See you on the next episode of Face to Face.